Taking care of your garden tools, all it takes is a little sand and some used motor oil. Welcome back to Survival Existence. Taking care of your garden tools can be quite important during the planting season and especially after the season's over. Removing the dirt and moisture from your shovels, picks, rakes, and other garden tools can be easily done by getting a container, and you can use a bucket. I decided to use a little bit wider container so I could also protect my rake with a little sand that you can get from pretty much any construction box store and some used motor oil. You can protect your tools quite easily. Getting a container and about 30 or 40 pounds of sand and changing your motor oil and saving it for this purpose is all you actually need to protect those tools. Simply place the sand in your container and pour about 3 to 4 quarts of used motor oil into the sand. You don't want it real thin, but you don't want the sand to only be moist enough to compact. You want it to be have enough oil in it in order to make the sand loose so you can run your shovels, hoes, and rakes through the sand easily. Once you get the oil poured in the sand, you can take your rake or one of your other tools and just simply stir it around or let it sit overnight. It really doesn't matter, just as long as the oil is mixed in thoroughly. With this much sand, I've ended up adding about 9 to 11 quarts of burnt oil. You can use fresh oil if you so desire, but of course it's more expensive, and if you're going to change the oil in your vehicles and lawnmower and other things like that, it pays to actually save the oil. You don't want the mix to be the consistency of quicksand. You want it to be just a little bit short of that. You want it stiff enough so that it'll will scrape the dirt off of your garden tools. And the oil, of course, will displace the water, and the water will eventually evaporate out of the oil and the other mix. You don't have to worry about getting this mixed too terribly well. It'll eventually get into all corners, cracks, and crevices. But whenever you put your tools in there, such as this shovel, make sure and get all the metal completely submerged and shove it in and out several times in order to displace the dirt from the blade. And just simply let the sand and oil drip off of it, or scrape it off with a putty knife or anything else for that matter. Doing your hose is very simple too, much easier even than the shovel. Don't worry too much if there is some dirt left on your hoe, because the oil will displace any moisture, and it'll also mix very well into the dirt on the hoe. The primary reason why I chose this size of container is in order to be able to also protect my garden rakes. A regular bucket, you just simply could not get your rake in. But if you're not going to protect your garden rakes, you can use a regular 5-gallon bucket. It works just fine also. A pitchfork works just fine too, but be careful plunging it in. It goes in easily, and you could easily puncture the side of your container. Even shovels that are old and rusty benefit from this treatment. Even a very old set of post hole diggers, believe it or not, can also benefit from this treatment. Or a more modern type of post hole digger will also fit in there and help protect it. This has been Bobby with Survival Existence, helping you help yourself. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, come visit us on Facebook, and come join us at our website at survivalexistence.com. Have a good day.